Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Culture Shock. I have been away for a while, I know, but I'm back with a new episode because I see this photo floating around of the Border Patrol agent on a horse, and they're saying that they're ripping the migrants, the Haitian migrants, and it's so reminiscent of slavery. Oh God, I'm so disappointing in our country. Oh God, this is so horrible and bad taste, so terrible, so awful. And nobody seems to want to do any kind of homework. First of all, you got to ask yourself a question. Do Border Patrol actually carry whips? I don't think so. I don't think they even have a cabinet in their headquarters that says for black migrants only or for any migrants only. I don't even think that that's there. So the idea that people all of a sudden had whips when these Haitian migrants just popped out of nowhere. No, if they had whips and they were allowed to use whips, I'm pretty sure they would have been using those a long time ago. But everyone came out because of this photo here of a Border Patrol agent on a horse that looks like he's whipping one of the Haitian migrants. Now, in my head, I thought, you got to be really skilled to do that. I don't think Border Patrol agents are trained to that degree to use a whip while steering a horse. And then once that story came out, everyone was like, oh, they're using whips. Oh my God. No, those were actually the reins of the horse. Now they're using the reins to whip the Haitians. No, that's not how that works. Do you know what reins are? Most of the people who are coming out and saying all this stuff don't understand what a rein is. Rein is basically used to guide the horse. They have split reins, and then they sometimes tie together and make it one whole rein. In this case, this was a split rein that they were using to guide the horse. And in this particular photo, that would suggest that the Border Patrol agent was using his reins as a whip. I mean, you could just look at the positioning of his hands and see. Well, they were waving it 360 degrees. Okay, but if that was true, how would they guide the horse? See, it doesn't make sense. Anybody who's ridden a horse like me will understand that guiding a horse with the reins is what's used to guide the horse. You can't sit here and play Zorro on the back of the horse and expect the horse to follow you. Plus, you probably end up scaring the horse, and you probably end up getting thrown off the horse. And turning into Christopher Reeve, knock on wood. It was a joke, guys. Okay, it was a joke. But before we jump into this video, do the whole spiel, like and subscribe to this channel, and of course you can check out the podcast version of the show, The Red Conservative. I'm still actively going ahead to upload podcasts to that one too. But we have started a new podcast over here called The Topic Thunder, and that's via Heroic Studios with my boy Jay Strait, and we're just going to be going over a few things, various topics from pop culture. It's not going to be political, so please don't get that impression because you're watching this one. This is going to be strictly for video games, movies, anime, TV, things that we like going forward, and we're going to just have sit down, two guys and a mic, maybe a third guy every once in a while. We're just going to sit here and we're going to discuss and have fun, and we'll take your questions and stuff like that. So it'll be really fun. So go ahead. We have a preview that's up on Spotify right now. You can find a link in the description. Go listen to that. Let me know what you think about it. And of course, subscribe to HeroicStudiosMedia.com. I got the October edition of Indie Monthly Magazine coming out this Friday, actually. So make sure you are subscribed to the mailing list because we get those sent right out to your inbox, and it's all yours, all right? Now back to this. Now, I don't understand fact checkers because I can post a meme, I can post some type of weird article or something like that. Remember back during the election cycle, the New York Post posted an article about Hunter Biden and his escapades around the world with cocaine and cheap hookers, and that story was actively suppressed because Joe Biden, his father, was running for president. It didn't come out until after the election, after Biden had won. But we already knew about what Hunter Biden and all this stuff was going on. I already knew back in October of last year, a year from now. A year from today, roughly. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, we had already knew that. So social media actively tried to suppress that story to keep it from getting out. Meanwhile, we already knew what was going on, and it wasn't until maybe February or March of this year that all the stuff about Hunter Biden started coming out. And it's still coming out. There's still more coming out about Hunter Biden. Like, we're not stupid. None of us are stupid. So my question to you is, what makes the fact checkers do actual fact checking? They do fact checkers on people like me who post relatively logical stuff you know, as opposed to somebody who's posting an article or something about the future president's son, and then they just go ahead and suppress that. Because I can post something like this about the COVID vaccine, which, you know, it works, but the way they're saying certain things about the vaccine, that you now have to wear a mask because now the vaccine is protecting the unprotected and all this other stuff that they're saying, doesn't make sense. So you get dinged on here calling it missing context, but when you post something like this of a Border Patrol agent using quote unquote the reins to whip migrants, no one really fact checks that. And it's kind of funny because it goes off into this whole tangent of everything that doesn't even make sense, because you got people jumping to a conclusion. I can't believe the Border Patrol agents did that. I didn't even know they were using whips. You know what? It was all a lie. You know, every time something like this happens, they especially Democrats, I can't stand it, media and Democrats, they try to spin it into a way that make it looks racially offensive in nature when that wasn't the thing. So when I saw this photo, I thought to myself, if someone was there to take a photo of this at right the precise time, where was the video? We all have smartphones. I don't see why you were able to snap a shot but couldn't just swip to a video and start recording what you were seeing, because that wasn't the plan. You see, it wasn't the plan. The plan was to catch a provocative photo of what was going down at the border, because let's be honest, nobody was talking about the border. Joe Biden sent Kamala Harris down at the border. She is yet to be there. I guess she's still trying to plan out her trip to Europe before she actually goes to the border. Joe Biden wasn't talking about the border. He's talking about this infrastructure package and giving people third doses of COVID vaccine. No one was talking about the border, but the moment this photo came out of nowhere, suddenly everyone is talking about it. You know, if you can spin race into it all, you just do some horseback, throw in a Border Patrol agent, maybe a black guy in some water, and then let's throw a rip in there, okay? Let's throw a little bit of racism in there. Yeah, stir it up, make it happen, and then give it to the media. That's what you're gonna get. But video has emerged of this actually going down. Not the Border Patrol agent whipping, what really happened during that time. So the video is from Twitter, from a woman named Sarah Blake Morgan, and her tweet says, quote, "Sorting through my footage from the border, I was in the river during the viral incident between Haitian migrant and mounted CBP agent. It's shaky, but here's what I captured." And if you're not watching this right now, I'm going to describe it to you of what's actually happening, because this there's no whipping happening. Okay, so here we go. So there's people in the water. You see the Border Patrol agents on a horse, and they're swinging their reins around, but they're swinging it in a way to kind of guide the horses. The Haitians are getting out of the river, and the guy in the gray shirt is actually the same guy who was in the photo, and they're trying to get after him because he's running away. They grab him by his shirt. That's exactly the photo, but there's no whipping happening here. I'm sorry, I haven't seen that one rein go up and whoosh. I have not seen that. They say it is what it is, but I'm sitting here watching the footage, and that's not what happened. So again, way to jump to conclusions here, everybody. You know, reminds me of slavery. Fucking anything in 2021 will remind you of slavery. If you have on those blinders, dude, take them off. Take the fucking glasses off and look around you. Nothing is here is reminiscent of slavery, okay? If you really want to get technical with it, back in slavery times when they were using whips, they were keeping the slaves inside of the country. These are illegal migrants coming from another part of the world into our country illegally. So technically, it's the direct opposite of what you people are saying. None of it doesn't really make sense. So where are the fact checkers? No one knows where the fact checkers is. CNN and MSNBC and all these other media outlets just ran with this shit, and I'm the only one. When things like this happen, I feel like I'm the only one that just sits here and go, I'm just going to wait for more information on this to come out. And when you say that you're waiting for more information, somehow that makes you a bad guy. Like, no, you don't invest in stocks or any type of investment. I won't say just stocks, but you wouldn't put your money into something that you don't quite know for sure about, like, you need a little bit more information to drop some money into an investment, right? I mean, you're not going to buy a house without the proper comps, right? You're not going to do that. You're going to wait for more information to come out to see if it's a better decision for you. So people reacting over this, especially all the white liberals running around, oh my God, I feel sorry for those Haitians. I can't believe that they're getting whipped at the border. None of these people ride horses at all. They don't understand what it's like to ride a horse or how it feels or what you need to do to actually guide the horse. It's just, I'm just going to rely on this one photo here to kind of prove my point about how racist America is, and then you look really stupid when actual video evidence of this comes out and there was no whipping of the sort happening. So, I don't know. The photo suggested that I might, that there was whipping. I heard there was whipping, but I didn't verify. No one verified. Fact checkers, where are your fact checkers at? They're nowhere to be found. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's very important. There's a lot, and this is, everyone talks about misinformation and disinformation. This was misinformation from the get-go. This whole story was misinformation from the beginning, but no one said a word. Fact checkers didn't fact check. Media just ran with it without doing any proper research. All it would have taken was a call to the Border Patrol people and be like, hey, I got this photo of you guys allegedly using your reins as whips, or you might have whips altogether. I just want to call in and verify it, you know? Oh yeah, no, we don't carry whips here. Actually, trying to whip someone with a rein is proven to be quite difficult. We cannot do that. Oh, okay. Well, I just want to kind of further verify if that's true. So I'm going to send one of my guys down there to kind of inspect everything. Is that okay? Yeah, no, bring him down. We want everybody to know what's going on down here. You can also bring, tell that guy to bring pen and paper and maybe some cameras, because there's over 15,000 migrants down here. There's probably more than that. I lost count 2 days ago. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll be sure not to do that. Okay. All right. See you later. Click. By the way, the head of Homeland Security just decided to let 10,000 migrants into the country, just randomly. Just let them in. Were there any COVID tests taken? No. So, you know, people are still blaming Trump for what's going on right now, but your president just let 10,000 plus migrants into the country without any COVID test, during what I would say is still, personally, I think the pandemic's over. I'm just going to say that right now. Go get a vaccine, you're good. But there's people out there who are still living with masks and like living in their car with the mask on their faces and shit, and thinking that we're still in like 2020 when this whole thing was actually just surging across the country. Those people who are also saying, yay, Joe Biden. Well, you know, Joe Biden just let 10,000 untested and probably infected migrants into the country with COVID. So there's that. But that's for another video, guys. Please like and subscribe. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. And go over and check out HeroicStudiosMedia.com. Check out our podcast. Check out Indie Monthly Magazine. And check out some Heroic Studios original, like Ultima the Legend Untold. And I got a lot more content coming for you guys. So please like and subscribe, share this video, and catch the podcast version on wherever you listen to podcasts. And I will catch you next time. Deuces.